Hi crafters! First of all, I'd like to thank you for buying my PDF files in my Etsy shop for all the bows that I created over the past couple of weeks. If you still are interested, all these bows I made into PDFs. On each bow you will get in two sizes, and I've put in 5 different bows into the file. So if you still are interested, take a look in my Etsy shop, because all the bows that I posted on my Instagram are available now as one pack. In one pack you will get 10 bows, 5 different ones in 2 sizes. And thank you for all the people who already bought the PDF files. And I would love to see your bows on Instagram or on the internet, what you make with them. I cut them out of paper and faux leather, and I love to do it. And since I got so many requests, I had something like, okay, let me try this out and make them into a PDF. So, I have all new dies and stamps in from the Kscraft store that I designed for them, and I like to go over them to show you what I made. The first stamp set is this one. It's a circle stamp set. You will get 2 dies with it, one with a slight scalloped edge and one circular one, and that fits perfectly, and you will have a little white border around it when you die cut it. One says coffee and chat, but first coffee, you're my cup of tea, handmade for you, happy anniversary, get well soon, limited edition, I thought that was a fun one, happy birthday my friend, and happy mail just for you. And this, when you buy the stamp set, you will get the dies together in one set. And I noticed that Kscraft has stickers now on their packaging. This is the first time I saw the stickers, and I think that's a good idea of you, Kscraft. I don't know if you're watching. If you do, please leave me a comment. The only thing I personally don't like, and maybe I don't know how you say it, but I know how I say it in Dutch, but I don't know how to say it in English. But when I see this, and maybe that's something you can change, Kscraft, is when I see this, I have something like, why package it like this and not take these things off so people can't poke themselves? So I know they are connection pieces, but I personally hate these pieces because, you can hurt yourself. So this is one of the next dies. It's a scallop. No, not a shell shaker. See, my English is a little bit rusty today. And what I did, this shell shaker has an inlay piece, and if you look close, these are all mermaid tails. So I thought it was fun to give you all these mermaid tails to go with this die set. I had the space to put them in, and I had something like, you don't see very often mermaid sequins and stuff like that, so then at least you have something that will fit into your shaker. The next one I like to show you is the little one, because this is the bigger size and this is the little one. So it will come in 2 sizes. And then there is this one, and that's a very big one. That's also a shaker, but it has also, let me open the packaging. See? And I don't want to ruin the packaging, although it's not a very strong one. But it has bubbles in them, so even the bubbles you could make into shakers. It has the word mermazing, and that was one that Christiana, I believe Christiana here on YouTube requested, so I put in the word mermazing with a backdrop, no, a backing for your words. and then a mermaid tail. So this tail is the same one as this, only way bigger, and this one has the details of a real mermaid tail in it. You could make this into a mini album if you like. That's why I attached this bottom piece. But if you just want to make it into a big shaker, just cut this off at the score line. But I attached it so you could make this into a mini album. And this is a set, so when you buy it, you will get all of these pieces. I was looking for my bag where I put it. And then I like to show you a few, if I'm ready with this packaging, a few stamp sets that I designed, and they go with the mermaid tail. Oh Ship, Best Fishes, Beach Please, Mermaid Tails, Vitamin C, Mermaid Kisses, Mermazing, See You Later, Mermaids, it's all in the detail, Fantastic, Shell Phone, I have a Martini, of Official, and Life's a Beach. And these sentiments were suggested by all the people that joined a live stream that Christiana did while she was crafting, and I thought, okay, I'm going to write them all down, and the ones that will fit I will all put into a stamp set. So thank you to all the viewers of Christiana, her video, for all the suggestions, because I loved them a lot. And that way I was able to make the stamp set. Then I have a stamp set that I designed myself. It was an idea I had for a while. And there are two special dies with it, and I will explain them. In this are all kinds of sentiments. Enjoy your day, just for you, open me first, etc., etc. But what I did is I added two tags, and one has a connection piece on the top of and the bottom. This way you can die cut, so if you detach them, you can hang it like this onto something that you want. How do you call those? Oh, I know the name, but I can't think of it. At books, so you can make a string of sayings, and I saw somewhere something like it, and it inspired me to do this. So you have a one tag, but if you want to make a string of little sentiments or little quotes, then you can use this one with the double hole in it, and all the sentiments fit perfectly. And what I did is I made a few kawaii kind of stamps to go with it. I thought it was fun, and that's why I designed it like this. It has a little bit Halloween, it has a little bit Easter, coffee. It has all kinds of sentiments that I think we will use a lot on Happy Mail and fun gifts. Then I have this stamp set, and you know I like to make heart-shaped items. And what I did is you can choose whatever you want, but I also put in a clear one so you can write down something in it yourself. And it has two hearts, one with a hole to the left and one with a hole to the right. And that's, I think, always convenient to have. That way you can hang it however you want onto your project. So I try to do my best to think of everything. I sometimes forget things, but I do my best. Okay, for this one I have to zoom out a little bit more. And then I made this big stamp set. I saw something like this on Simon Says Stamps, and they had a totally different theme and totally different sayings, but I wanted to do something similar, but then with crafty sayings. So what I did is, with my scissors, paper and glue, I made all this especially for you. There is a die that goes with it, so you can die cut all them out if you want. No one is perfect. That's why pencils have erasers. I found this one on Google and I loved it. And I had something, I'm going to put that in. The best things in life are handcrafted gifts for people we love, or for the people we love. You are perfect, amazing, special, unique, and truly loved. I think that's fun to send to your BFF or to somebody you really love. Sending you handmade gifts because I know you will appreciate it. And I saw that was something like this. I saw somebody wrote towards another person, and I had something like, that's a cool one. Buying handmade is buying from somebody who cares. And, sorry, who cares? Thank you for caring. And what you could do is cut this off, stamp this at the front, and put this on the back side or on the inside of a card. So, yeah, it's a big stamp set with 6 different sentiments. Then the next die set I have are these swans. I will open the packaging so you can see them better. And this is, I believe you could call it a floaty, like those things you use in the pool and need to blow up. And I made it into a shaker. It was a request by Kscraft, and this is what I came up with. So this is a swan, but I also made them into 2 sizes and into a flamingo. So yeah, I think it's fun to make these floaties. I was struggling with getting the float part in it and make the center attached, but if you look how they, if you see how they look when they are put together, or if you want to see it, just click on the link in the description box below, because Hannah put them together and they look so cute. And then I made a backpack that I already see a lot on Instagram. Thank you all for buying it. I made a little tiny cute backpack with all kinds of things attached. You have seen me make this bow a few times, but what I did is I sneaked in a little tiny Mickey head. So if you want to make a hole shaped like Mickey, you can. And with these you can, if you want, make the ear parts. Since I can't make the circle with the ear parts and then a complete version, because that would be copyrighted, so that's why I made 2 separate egg-shaped looking circles, but those are the ears. You could make it into a Mickey if you want. I needed to look what's allowed and what not. So there is a fine line. And then I've made this one. I get a lot of ask for masculine cards, and what I did is I made a summer shirt or blouse, and I attached a lot of things, so this way you can make the back side of the shirt. But if you layer this one on top of it, it's the front side of the shirt. And I thought that was a fun idea, because then you could make this into a tag and make the back and the front side of your shirt, and only having to use 1 die. You could make even a mini album from it. I think it would be too many, but hey, if you want it, you can do it. Sometimes when I design, I try to think of all the options that I can give a design, and then what parts it would need to make that possible. And then this one, I had so much fun designing this one. And it's a bear or person, or no, it's not a bear. It's a little person, more a little person. Sorry, I'm rambling on. But it's a hand fan. You can make it into a bunny, you can make it into a mouse, into a bear, and into a cat. And I put in the fan pieces, so you could make it spin, you could make it into a shaker if you want, and all parts to dress it up are in there. And if you want to see it completed, just click on the link in the description box. There you will see what Hannah created with it. And then Kscraft asked me to design an Insta camera. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And I designed the camera. It was a little bit of a struggle to get all parts and all details in it, but when you assemble it, there is on this part a little slit in the top, and then you can make this part come out of it, just like it looks like a picture is coming out of the camera. I've made the one with the window and a backing piece, so you don't have to cut that yourself. I have attached all the buttons and the front of the camera, and this part I did separately because on the real one this is a little bit raised. So if you want to put like foam tape on this and then attach this one on top, it looks really three-dimensional. And then something I like a lot, and I think I will make one and put one together, but as you know, mini albums are a little bit time consuming. This is a part of a boat that you can make into a mini album, and it has even the part, if you take these pieces out, so these pieces and this, the wood parts that you normally sit on, you could make it into a big boat shaker, but also I attached this part that goes onto the bottom, so you could make it into a mini album. I put in some fishing stuff, a fishing pole, some flip-flops, some flowers to go on your flip-flops. I don't know what you call this but it's to row your boat. And I attached 3 layers, so if you want, you can make this into a shaker, but also into a mini album. And I think it's a very nice one, especially for people who like nautical. Is that a correct word to say it? Yeah, nautical things. And then of course I made, and I think you saw this being used by Hannah, a big mouse shaped part, and as long as I put it in a part there's no problem. So that's why I only could make it like this, but if you die cut it and flip it over, of course you will have the mouse face. A big bow inside, some sentiments inside, and yeah, I've put as much dice inside as I was able. Sorry. See, my English is a bit rusty. And then I made this big pocket page for people who like to do pockets into planners and journaling pages and stuff like that. You can take all these parts out, and then you will be left with the pockets, and if you die cut this out, flip these over, you will have the big pocket at the top, a few flowers inside, some glasses with hearts, some slots that you can even use or put little pictures or little messages inside. It's a really popular die I saw. And then last but not least, and this one I think it's fun, I was wanting to make a bucket, and I started it, and just so to show you that sometimes when I make designs, they go by trial and error. And the first one I made, this is my dummy, was too straight. I wanted it a little bit more curved, or sorry, the lines needed to be a little bit more wider, but that's technical design stuff. I wasn't happy with this shape. To me it looked more like a vase than it looked like a bucket. So my second attempt was this one. And if you see them side by side, you see the difference. This one is a little bit more on an angle and this is more straight. And now I was thinking this is way too big. So back to the drawing board again. And then finally I was able to design this one. And this one I love a lot. And it's now available in a die set. So if you buy this die set, you can make this beautiful scent pail bucket. I even attached the perfect ribbon. I was lucky enough to have this ribbon. I didn't buy it especially for this bucket. And I also designed, but that's not in the set, this is one that I designed for Erica. It's a scoop. Let me call it a scoop. A shovel. Yeah, it matched it perfectly. I wanted to cut it out to see how cute it was finished. I put it in this bucket, but yeah, if you want this one, you have to look on scrapdivadesigns.com because this one goes with her scent pail bucket. And this scent pail bucket I designed for Kscraft and is this set. And if you want to see how you have to put how you put this one together, my sweet friend Tracy made a tutorial for this one, and I will link that video in the description box as well. And then, last but not least, really last but not least, I was mistaken a few minutes ago because I thought the scent pail was the last, but I made a hand fan. If you want to see this, how you assemble this, Kscraft made a video on their channel how to put it together, and you can make a hand fan from paper. Of course it will not be as sturdy as a plastic one, but it's the idea I think that counts. It's more like a decorative piece that you can put on big gifts or boxes or on the side, and then in a closed way onto mini albums. I think it's a fun one. I've put a lot of thought and effort in making it, and like I said, if you want to see how it's put together, check out the video of the Kscraft store. So these are all the dies and stamps I designed for Kscraft. I will link all the items in the description box below. Thank you for joining me with this video and looking and listening to me. And I wish you all a nice day. Bye bye.